Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Call to order at 7:30. If we just stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome to our December meeting. Wait, it's December. All right. January was yesterday. Right? All right, so first order of business is recommended actions, approval of minutes from November 12th. Jenny did supply the minutes to all of us. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes from November. Moved by Mr. Lucy, seconded by Ms. Calori. Any questions on the minutes? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carried. There's no old business. On to project administration. Bid document release, RFP bid number 26-0008 for Burn Tech Center Professional Moving and Storage Services. Mr. Oliver.
Good morning, everybody. This is for the professional moving services for TTC. It's going to be broken out over a 2-year period for moving the building in and out over the summer. We are also adding a optional 3rd year to the bid process in case we need to go into the 3rd year. Seeking your approval. You have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
All right. So first thing, any questions for Mr. Oliver on this? So this is just for all the CTC. It's moving out, moving in, and stuff like that. And we'll have the bid for the next meeting.
Yes.
We should have all, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions for Mr. Oliver? All right, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve. Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded by Ms. Calori. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Bid reviews and awards, none. Recommended awards. Item 3A, Secoshia and Associates, $70,778 for the Hoxie Mechanical Project. Mr. Oliver, is this you again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is for the design of the Hoxie mechanical system for this upcoming, hopefully, project for the summer. We did have it designed in late 21, 22, but we had to go back out and have it redesigned because of certain code changes and things of that nature. Seeking your approval for the payment of for Secoshia Associates, please. If you have any questions, please.
Any questions for Mr. Oliver?
And what is there, electrical work included in this too?
Yeah, there's not enough electrical in the building to handle it, so we'll be upgraded. We don't have, this is for the design, so we don't know what, if it's gonna be 800 amp or
We're putting in a 1200 amp service.
1200 amp.
And then there'll be plenty of lead time to Rhode Island Power, so it doesn't get.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we run into that before. I have one question. How different was the design from the original design? Was it very different from when we originally designed it?
Well, there's energy code changes. There's a lot of code changes that have to be done. Plus the documents, the previous bid had a lot of ADA work in it. Some of the lighting, ceilings, all that work was already done. So the set of documents that we had done before have to be all modified. All that other work that was done has to be pulled out of the set, out of the specs. The specs have to be updated. So there's quite a bit of work to do on the set to get it ready to put it out to bid again.
Okay.
More than half of that fee is basically construction administration. And we basically, that was held over from the job in 2022 and it didn't get awarded. There was about $38,000 in construction administration fee that didn't get billed because we didn't do any because it didn't get awarded.
Okay.
So that was just transferred to this. So the update to the documents is really about $30,000. The rest of it was just construction administration for the project.
Yeah, we're going with a tempered air system here. Opposed to the,
Was this, the other one was a regular HVAC?
Yeah, we had air conditioning and this is a tempered air system. So it's just a little bit
Will
different.
this system include the different surge protecting devices we need so we don't have any issues when power outages happen?
that's why we're going
Yeah.
with tempered air, but this is,
Yeah, that's why we're upgrading the service.
We'll have to add on anything after that, right?
No,
and this is different. This is not the cassette system. This is like the green
Sure,
System.
this is the different problems we've had over the years with new systems.
But most of those were with, because we had the full electrical and this is not, so.
This is the same, similar system that we have in Wall Connect too, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right, any other questions for Sakosha?
I
Yeah,
have one.
Mr. DeCourt.
This is complying with the 2024 energy code?
Yes, yeah, we have to
Yeah, you-
update.
Okay, and you're aware that December 1st started the new code cycle, for new codes
For
for 2025?
25,
codes.
well, I'll check with BER, I'm sure they are, because they gave us a price. to
Well, you still
update
have
the
that
current
3-month
code.
grace period. So, but they just, anything that's submitted to us now has to have, some language on the plans or in the building permit that this was designed under the previous building code. Because it was already in design.
So the previous one was 2018,
Yes.
and then,
Yeah,
and now
that
you
was 2021.
then 21,
Now it's 2025, 2021 ICC.
so it's getting adopted, right?
Adopted
Just got
now.
adopted this
12-1.
12
You get the
one.
3-month grace period, but in this time, you have to tell us. So it runs with the permit, so anybody in the future looks at, it, so they didn't have to comply because they were in the grace period.
Okay,
Hurry up, Steve.
they're updating, they're updating it now, so I'll find out. If they're updating it now, they're probably going with the new code, but I'll let you know for sure.
If it's fine if it's already, if you had it like the previous 12-1, just put the little language on there or the permit when
Yeah.
the description worked that this was designed to the 2021 ICC codes, or the 2020.
Okay. All right, yeah, we'll check with BER on
But
that.
after February 1st of 26, it's,
The grace period's going.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
okay.
all right, great, thank you.
More regulations,
I
right?
wonder if that would lower the fee, Steve. It was 2.5 years in the making. It sat on DBR's desk for 2.5 years. Yeah, but across the city points in our review and our ISO review.
Really?
Not the.
Mr. Chairman, I was gonna ask a question similarly, the difference. So what did the design cost the first time around?
I don't have it up. Right there.
And based on what you say, it was probably around 40 grand. If this is only 30 more than that, 38, would you say 30?
Well, 38 was the construction
Yeah,
administration,
which was carryover.
and that was basically, that's a 25% number of the entire fee.
All right, so
The CA is usually 25% of the total fee.
Yeah, the original plan, like you said, included a bunch of other ADA work,
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
lot
right.
more involved,
which we didn't,
which we used,
yeah, we did that in a
Right.
separate project.
because we did the ADA work. And then we did the door, we ended up doing the doors separately last summer. We did the ADA the summer before that, and then we did the doors this past summer, so we were able to use most of that design. We did have to pull some out.
okay.
Any other questions for Sakosha? All right, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve the award to Sakosha for $70,778. Moved by Mr. Kravitz, second, seconded by Mr. DeCourt. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next, change order reports. Tie and bond. TBD not to exceed. Mr. Bates, you have to explain this one to me
Yeah,
and to us, I should say.
okay. So just a quick reminder that Time Bond's giving us these gradual step-by-step not to exceeds as opposed to one giant, $1 million lump sum. I just made that number up, $1 million. It's a nuisance for us on the admin side for sure, because we have to track it, but frankly, I do like the incremental not to exceeds as opposed to just being in one large lump sum that's harder to track. There's 5 scope items that are in this proposal. The first one is the RIDEM required amendment to the remedial action plan. As you know, we're pivoting to that cap in place as opposed to the full strip method. So that's a requirement. That's largely been done. And pending submission, or the submission to RIDEM is pending approval in this proposal. There's ongoing coordination with RIDEM, and that's that's partially complete already. That scope will continue to go on. Clean fill reviews, so they have to verify that the import that we're getting on site is certifiably clean. They'll be doing those reviews. They have been already reviewing the submittals as they come in, so that scope's partially complete. That's almost $5,000. There is the non-jurisdictional polygon topsoil sampling, which was our request, right? We stockpiled roughly 26 and 2,700 cubic yards of what we hoped to be clean loam on site. If you drive by Pilgrim right now, you'll see it. Very large stockpile. We asked them to take samples in accordance with Rhydam's regs to prove that it's clean and it's something that we can reuse and save the tipping fees, which could be, rough order of magnitude, $180,000, right, give or take. They did that sampling. So that work is done. That scope is complete. Sadly, we're not going to be able to save most of that. So because we did actually find some contaminants in that stockpile, despite what we'd hoped, right? I'll just add to that. This is a little bit of a sidebar, but we've tried and in many approaches to try to preserve as much loam on site as possible, right? To try to save on those tipping fees. But anyway, we'll table that discussion for later. But the big item within this time bond change order, it comprises 83% of the total amount, is this capping kickoff / remediation observation. This is a DEM requirement to have an environmental engineer on site whenever soil is getting moved around. Now that we're in this jurisdictional situation, it's $188,000. So it's a large sum. We add it all up, it's $227,100 for the entirety of the change order. I think we all, Steve, Kevin, and I fell on the floor when we saw it, but I think what my recommendation is, given that the majority of the scope, aside from the dollar amount, is either complete or partially complete, that we approve this change order as a not to exceed amount, with the understanding that on-site remediation effort that's going to be ongoing for several months, but we don't know exactly how long, is going to be on a time and material basis, right? With the expectation is we're going to be monitoring them, working with DEM to see exactly how long they need to be out there, and that number is going to be lower. So I don't know, try to say a lot here, but I think that we should approve it. What my recommendation would be to approve it on a not to exceed basis. So yeah,
With the $88,000, you're saying that's going to be an environmental engineer on site?
Yeah.
Are there like log timesheets or log
Yep.
man hours, so we know?
So that's one of the things we're going to need. I don't have it yet. I've asked for it, haven't been given it, but a more detailed breakdown on exactly how much time that is, what the hourly rates are going to be. So that's something that we're gonna work on getting.
And that mentions a 6-month period.
Yeah.
It just seems,
It's a ballpark,
Yeah.
right? And I do think that it's probably going to be less. And I think it was intended to be a ballpark and probably intended to be, on the conservative side, just with the not to exceed nature of the proposal, right? So we want that to be less. We think it's going to be less. And
how do we manage that number without letting it get out of control?
well, I'm on site every day, so and
And we're gonna have to report out, I think we should report out monthly, John,
Yeah.
where this stands. And we're gonna have to watch them closely because, and do we need them on every day? When do we actually need them? And those are a couple things we're working out with DEM at this point also.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Mr. Bates?
Have we thought about hiring an independent company to test the soil again?
no, we haven't looked into doing that.
Who does the testing, Ty and Bond?
Well, they send it to a lab. Yeah, but they're taking the samples, they send it to a lab. So in that sense, it is independent, right? It's not like they're doing the testing, cooking the results, if you will. I mean, that's not it.
Any other questions? So the area that we saved in that polygon, okay, that originally when we were gonna do the whole 2 feet thing, we thought that was clean, right? Because that testing, the borings they took from the particular specific places were clean, right? So now we dug it
That's
all
right.
up, it really wasn't clean, right?
No, it's
Okay.
not. Well,
Well, I mean, it's not, I'm not fault, it's no one's fault. I mean, it's
According
just, I
to
mean, you're
DEM,
sticking
yeah.
a shovel in the ground and you might get lucky there and 3 feet over, you're not lucky.
yeah, and that kind of speaks to what Ty and Bond's original analysis of the site was. It's sporadic, it's inconsistent. You could get a hit here, you could go 10 feet over and not get anything. And that's proving to be more and more true, right?
Right.
The more that we test.
So I think, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, someone tell me. You look at the not to exceed 227. You gotta look at that against, if we had decided to do the full 2 foot remediation, we'd still spend more money doing that. Most likely, if we were gonna go 2 feet across the entire,
Presumably, yeah.
right?
And
I think that's a safe thing to say. We just can't put a number to it, right?
Right. It's a
Okay.
combination of a little more exporting and a lot more testing to confirm that we've gotten everything.
All right, and then
Again,
some of,
that's one of the reasons we changed to the cap in place is because we realized as we got out there, every time you dig a hole, it looks different than the one that you dug before it. And then that triggers the need to do another test, right?
Right.
And so,
yeah, exactly. All right.
John, what is the line mean reimbursable expenses and fees to be invoiced at cost plus 5%? Is it 227 plus 5%? What is it? What are they saying there?
no, 227 is all inclusive of their estimated,
Right after that.
The reimbursable.
all the reimbursements.
Is that in addition to the 227? Is that what they're saying here? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that is in addition to it, yeah.
Oh, you would need a list of what's considered reimbursable, right? If they're you're telling me some expenses are reimbursable, we would need to know what those expenses are, right? Right, what, I mean, it's gotta be a pretty general thing, like expenses such as preparing documents or
Travel.
travel, whatever that is,
primarily,
right?
Yeah.
Although travel on a cost plus basis is new to me. I wish my company had that. The other question I have, John, and this goes to what Steve said, and I think Bill said, well, how do we make sure that we know exactly what's being done? Because on page 4, it says, no, I'm sorry. On page 6, it says invoices will be submitted based on the total project fee and not individual line items budgets. So the way I read that, they're gonna give you one invoice for $75,000. And unless they don't give us any backup, we need to have our own to say, okay, you were here on 27 hours this week.
I think what that means is they're not going to invoice individually. They're gonna invoice,
Okay,
they'll have to break it out on the invoices. We won't accept just a lump sum invoice. It's gotta be broken down. The total can be lump sum, but they have to identify what they're invoicing.
And
for.
their invoices do that.
all right.
They break
So
down
it's, I
every
think the onus
single-
is on us, right? It's on you guys and
Yeah, like I
everyone
said
else
in the
to
beginning,
to monitor when they're there.
it's more burdensome for us, right? Because which is fine, but it does give us the window to track it, right?
Yeah.
So,
And again, I'm not excusing time bond here, but I don't know, would we have known about this in advance? 2 months ago, we were talking about 2 feet and everything else. And the work that's required here is DEM required work. It's not
Yeah,
time
that's
bond saying
another-
this is the best practice, this is what you should do. This is DEM is saying you need to have these people here and doing all this. So I don't think it's a way to escape what the work is in this. I don't know.
No,
if we can escape it.
Everything in this scope is either DEM required or something that we specifically asked them to do.
Right.
Right. A good example of that would be the NJP testing, which we thought we had the case to be, it was clean. So, yeah, frustrating in that every month we have to approve one of these as service requests, but again, it was done with the intention of being open and frankly, it gives us the opportunity to track it as opposed to just one big blanket lump sum.
And Jenny, can we, future, since we're gonna report this out monthly, right, next month or whenever it starts, Jenny, can we make it an agenda item? Time bond update, so that we just don't forget, it won't roll it into another piece, we'll just have an agenda item for that. Okay. Is this the first change order we've gotten so far?
No.
No? Okay, I wasn't sure. All right. Any other questions for Mr. Bates? All right, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve the tie and bond award not to exceed $227,100.
I'll say I'd make the motion, but I'd like to add to it that they itemize the tasks in their invoice.
So moved by Mr. Kravitz. Seconded by Mr. Holmes. All right, so,
Which they do.
okay, so we want to make sure it's itemized and that's something you could share. You'll have it. You can share with the entire committee too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on that? All right, hearing none. All in favor? Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
Your own business.
Hate doing those things. All right, next is consent payment authorizations. Items 5A through C for AAA mobile warehousing totaling $579. Looking for a motion to approve. Moved by Mr. Lucy, second by Mr. Enos. Any questions for Mr. Oliver on that? Pretty self-explanatory. All in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carries. Next, item F, Communication Systems, Inc. for $187.
Move to approve. Second.
Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded by Mr. McCaffrey. Any questions for Mr. Oliver on that? Oh, hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, Delta Mechanical, item G, $98. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Enos, seconded by Mr. McCaffrey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, items H, oh, we'll do one at a time. No, do them. H and I for Dimeo Construction totaling $5,057,167.60 for construction management. That's Mr. Bates, anything?
Monthly progress payments, Pilgrim, it's mostly for the site contractor. They demolished light poles, bleachers, dugouts. A little bit of money from Marbury Concrete for submittals and some fabricated and stored materials for Civet Steel. And then Tollgate, mostly site work again, excavating, backfilling footings, some money for JL Marshall Concrete, obviously, with footings ongoing, and then some MEP. So we recommend payment.
Any questions for Mr. Bates or Dimeo? You know, they eliminated the penny. Armin, to your point, get rid of the pennies.
Yeah.
Rather everything's the
You're
dollars.
dealing with seven figures. Why deal with all? Get rid of the 60 cents, just round to the nearest dollar, please.
Stop making things too.
That's right. So, all right, all in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carries. Next, FENA, right? Pronounce that right? FENA Inc., FENA, $19,400.06. Tollgate House.
Our independent Q&A consultant, they've been on site almost every day. This billing is for the month of October services, that's for rebar checking, concrete testing, so forth. We recommend payment.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Bates on that? Okay, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve FENA for $19,400.06.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lucy, second,
Second.
seconded by Ms. Corey. All in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carries. Next, item K, left field, November, $110,000, OPM services.
I recommend payment. No.
John's recommended we'll do it, but Chris did, we wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Chris doesn't come around.
That's why Chris
anymore.
isn't here.
Yeah, exactly.
So moved.
All right, moved by Mr. McCaffrey, seconded by Mr. Enos. All in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carries. Next, items L through O for Secotio Bond 2 project design totaling $13,199.75. Mr. Oliver, those are just
This is the last one.
door hardware. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Steven.
It's the last one for the park project for the past summer and the ongoing design for next summer's project.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Oliver or Secotio on those? Okay, hearing none. Motion to approve Secotio items L through O.
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Glory. Second by Mr. Enos. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, item P, Secotio and Associates, again, high school project, $147,675. Tollgate High School Design, November services.
Monthly progress payment for Secotio for bid phase services. We recommend payment.
Okay. We happy with them so far?
They're doing all right.
All right, any questions for Mr. Bates or Secotio or anyone else? All right, hearing none, looking for a motion to approve Secotio, item P. Moved by Mr. Enos, second. Seconded by Mr. Holmes. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, new business, discussion, capital and construction project status update for the capital and construction projects department. Mr. Oliver.
Windman, Middle School, we had the PA system repaired in the gymnasium. That was an ongoing issue. We finally got it taken care of. The district received a grant to, replace some PA systems in the district, Park, Lippert, Norwood, and Cedar Hill. Those are all complete. The door issues we were having at Norwood and Hoxie finally have been resolved, and we have not had any other issues since the last repair. Holloman Elementary School, we had a issue with the heat detector, that has been repaired and taken care of. And the Scott School, sewer issue, we have a meeting on 12/9 with the owner of the property that abuts the Scott School property to discuss hooking up to their system. Hopefully we'll be successful.
Bringing the big guns to that meeting?
Kevin and I.
All right.
So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Oliver on any of those? All right, next is, discussion, high school project update per left field.
Yeah, we'll start with activities at Colgate. So foundations are complete, 100%. So they're backfilling and they're cleaning up around the foundations. Underground plumbing work is ongoing. Water line installation ongoing. They're starting the erection of the elevator hoistways. Mason, steel arrives on site this month, right?
Yeah, crane comes next week and then steel and direction will start Monday the 15th.
Did I miss anything? Any?
That's all the major points.
Great. And then Pilgrim, so we've stripped, what, about 90% of the topsoil? Yep. As of today, that's the organic unstable material that doesn't support structural base, so we got to get rid of it. Wait, we said earlier, we had a case to make that we had 25 or 2,700 cubic yards of clean material that we could keep. Turns out we can't. So we tried our best to save the district money. But again, it just speaks to the unpredictable nature of the conditions on site. Those PAHs, they're trackable, right? You get them on your feet, you walk around the site, and they're all over the place. So I think that speaks to why that is the issue. They've been running 10 trucks a day exporting the Grotto, the reuse facility. Yep.
Got 12 today.
Was it 1,200, 1,500, 50,000, I'm sorry, cubic yards total, you think that we're gonna end up? Exporting something like that, maybe 16,000 cubic yards. They're gonna start importing structural fill, gonna build up the site. We're raising the site about 2 feet, I think. And foundations are gonna start in January, or the schedule is gonna start January 8th. Steel, according to the schedule, will start in March. So that's the highlights.
Okay.
Questions?
Questions for anyone in left field?
So what's the total cost to deal with the contamination then at Pilgrim?
We don't have it yet. I mean, it's a ballpark. Might be able to pull it up. I mean, you know what? Rather than give you kind of a rushed answer, I mean, we don't have it yet. I mean, we have to figure out, we have to multiply what we're paying for the export. And then there's going to be some credits coming back to us for some things that we're not requiring Manafort to do, building haul routes, stockpiling, things like that. So I just think it'd be premature to put a number out there and say this is what it is. I think that as of yesterday, we decided that we're going to keep that stock, we're going to export that stockpile. We're not going to try to keep it. That plays into what the final number is. We just made that decision yesterday. Importing new material. There's a lot of moving parts. It's ongoing. I make a promise to you by the next committee meeting.
Okay, that was.
Is that fair?
Or
'Cause I just think it's too premature to put anything out there right now.
But it's a lot less than stripping what we had originally planned to strip. So, probably half of what we originally were thinking.
Yeah, if you can give us a good number
There
for
is some
January.
impact on schedule that plays into it. There's some
Yeah.
things that we need to talk about internally before we give you a hard number.
And I mean, I've said this, I think publicly, but rough order of magnitude, it was in the millions, multiple millions, right? When it was all said and done. It's trending downwards. We'll just leave it at that, for now, but
Well, with the trucking logistics with people going out and coming back, is there any loop they can pick up, drop off, or is that just not an option?
I'm not sure.
Well, you
I'm not
can bring
sure.
it-
Is there a facility where you're close to where you dump, where you can pick up and you?
In other words,
Oh,
you use the same vehicle right before the next one.
Contaminating the
They're gonna use the same trucks 2 weeks later.
But if they could, they gotta clean
wash
it.
them, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, those
They
trucks
do that all
are
the time.
technically hauling out building
Yeah.
materials. They go to the landfill.
Yeah.
If they
It'll-
pick up
it'll
clean
rain in
material,
2
now
weeks.
you can cross
Yeah,
contaminate.
so they have to clean those.
We already explored that option and
Yeah.
we're gonna shut down. It just wasn't
Got it.
viable.
It's quite an operation if you were to drive by and look at how this works, right? They load the truck, and they have a street sweeper and they have a water truck watering down the whole pathway, all the way down the parking lot of Pilgrim and then on the intersection of Post Road, right? So, that's all dust mitigation procedures and, so, credit to Demio for doing a good job with that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we've heard anything. We've heard that stupid thing, but that was baseless. But
It's a precarious.
I was there. I drive by it every day and I happened to see the street sweeper. I thought it was a city street sweeper at first. And then when it came up, I said, so it's not. But then I realized what it was. That's where all the trucks are going. And I think, the neighboring community appreciates that, right?
For sure.
And that's the right thing to do. So,
We've had police duty, right? Police on duty there, just
Yeah.
for safety's
And I-
sake.
I think school administration has been fine. I don't think we've,
Toby gets out there and directs traffic, right? He's
Oh,
out
yeah,
there
he's a
every day.
traffic cop. We could replace him as a traffic cop. But no, we're respectful of the busy hours, the oncoming traffic in the morning. We try to get ahead of that, get our trucks out before that happens, and then the 10 and 2 discharge, we just kind of hold the trucks, let the kids and teachers have one exit, and then we continue.
well, they park all the way down Pilgrim Parkway, which they park right at the entrance, your gated entrances.
Right.
So you couldn't get a truck in and out of there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Which I noticed yesterday, so, which is a whole other thing. That's been going on forever.
John, if you don't mind, when you come up with that number, if you could throw in the soft cost too.
Oh, for sure.
277 from today and
It's all part of it. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to know what it is.
I share your curiosity for
Yeah.
sure.
So we pulled 2 million out of the contingency initially. We
That's
pulled
right.
out 2 million out of the contingency to cover that. So,
Yeah,
all right.
no, I completely share your interest in wanting to know that number. I think we all do, right? It's just with all the moving parts and pieces, it's premature to put something out there right now.
To go back 8 months ago, who'd have thought Pilgrim would be the site that holds us up? We were convinced it was Tollgate, right? With all the ledge and everything else.
It is ironic. Yeah.
And those DEM issues.
Hey, you love me now, huh?
All right, any other questions for Mr. Bates or Demio?
I have just one quick question. When the crane comes, is it going up through the back gate? You don't need to go in between the two buildings, correct?
No, we'll come right up the back
Okay.
end through gate A over there. Yep.
All right, thanks.
You need pictures of the crane. Okay. So we put them up so people can see it. It's a crane on site. When that boom goes up. It's gonna go-
Yeah.
All right, that's public comment here. Committee member request for future consideration. Everybody knows who they can reach out to. Next meeting will be Wednesday, January 7th. Other than that, there's no other business here. Looking for motion to adjourn. Moved by Mr. Holmes, seconded by Mr. Enos. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 8:04. I wish everybody a